Hey guys, welcome back to Pro Gun. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. Greatly appreciate that. Today, I'm going to be comparing the Glock 19 to the Sig Sauer P320 Compact. And I really like this comparison because these guns are very similar in a lot of ways, and they're almost identical in size and weight. So it's actually a good comparison. So let's start off with the fact that they're both empty. And safe, okay? They're both 9mm, they're both polymer frames, and they're both striker fired. However, the Sig P320 Compact is also available in 40 caliber, 357 Sig, and 45 ACP. They're both 15 rounds. Barrel length on the Sig Sauer is 3.9 inches compared to the 4.02 inches on the Glock 19. So again, that's very, very close. The overall length on the Sig Sauer, 7.2 inches as opposed to 7.36 on the Glock. And if you put them side by side, I mean, they are almost identical. So either one of these are great concealed carry guns. The finish on the Sig Sauer has got a black nitron finish, which is really nice. And the magazines that come with the Sig are two 15-round steel magazines as opposed to polymer for the Glock. So if you go by weight, the Sig Sauer weighs 26 ounces with an empty magazine, as opposed to the Glock weighing 23.6 ounces with one empty magazine. One thing to note, the Sig Sauer has got an ambidextrous slide release that the Glock 19 does not have. The magazine release on the Sig protrudes a little bit more. The iron sights on the Sig are 10 times better than the crappy sights on the Glock, and you can either get contrast sights like these or night sights, and I like that these dots are very large for my old eyes. The Sig also has a nice little beaver tail here so you can get a good grip. Now, ergonomically, I like the Gen 3 Glock. I like these finger grooves, but they took them away on the 4 and the 5. Even though they don't have them on the Sig, I think the Sig is just feels much better in my hand. I also like the fact that the trigger guard on the Sig is a little bit larger so that if you're wearing gloves in the wintertime, it gives you a little bit more room. The trigger on the Sig, this is a great out-of-the-box trigger. It's got very little take-up, nice crisp trigger, and a very short reset. We all know that the Glock triggers suck, and they're very spongy, but it is what it is. Either one of these are a great everyday carry gun, and no one would fault you with choosing one over the other. I like them both, and that's why I bought them both. But if you can only choose one, then you decide. They're both perfect as far as the overall size. They're small enough to be comfortable, yet they're large enough to give you a nice sight radius to shoot accurately at a further distance. They're both great shooters. They're both extremely reliable, and there's a reason that law enforcement uses the Glock, and there's a reason that the military uses the Sig P320. They're both just exceptional firearms. And like I said, you can't go wrong with either one of them. Another thing to note is that for some reason I noticed that the Sig P320 has got slightly more of a muzzle flip than most of the other 9mm I've fired. But it's not going to affect your shooting, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Another thing to note is that Glock comes with a 2-year warranty. The Sig Sauer comes with a lifetime warranty. Another thing that makes Sig very unique compared to the Glock is the modularity. The Glock did is they put the serial number on the frame. So if your frame gets messed up, you need to go to an FFL and purchase a new frame because that's what the ATF considers the firearm. What Sig Sauer did was they put the serial number on the fire control group, which pops right out. Well, what that means is that now you can buy frames, slides, barrels from Sig Sauer and have them shipped right to your door because they don't require an FFL. The FFL considers the fire control group the firearm. So that's another feature, and that's one of the reasons that the military went to the Sig Sauer is that you can just change it around. You can get different length rails, different length grips, etc. In my opinion, these are probably two of the best concealed carry firearms you can get. They're two of the most popular guns in the world. I'd like to know your opinions on what you prefer. Thanks for watching.